Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. This is Laura with Stitchin with Laura. How's everybody doing? I hope everybody's having a great day. We are at Friday again. So I hope you got a great weekend planned. I'm not sure what I'll be doing because the weather, other than working on Sunday, but yeah. So today we're going to be working on Fansells. It's the 3-part flowers. I don't have a big picture of it that I know of, but yeah, and we're working on this flower right here. So, how are you doing? What's up? Gotta get on my thimble because my finger hurt so bad I couldn't even hardly stitch last night. So, yeah, what can I say? I have poked it and repoked it. So yeah, we're wearing some kind of a cover guard, and the color that I'm using, I don't know if I can see it, 3722. It's kind of a mauve color. I don't know. Reminds me of 154 actually, but I don't think so. So yeah, it's been a busy morning already. So I hope this gets out in the early afternoon. Yeah, it's noon already. I went and did the laundry. And then we went to the grocery store. And I got one of their rotisserie chickens. I'm going to fix chicken stew and have those Pillsbury, I'm assuming, croissants. Yeah, with that, and have that for dinner. I'm gonna try not to make such a ginormous, batch of it, but yeah, it'll get us by for 3 or 4 days, so yay. But I still gotta make that, but I'll make it for dinner. We just had I had a thigh and a leg for lunch because it was easy and I was starving by the time I got back and got done with all of that happy stuff this morning. Oh yeah, it was peachy, but there was nobody. I mean, there was a couple people at the laundromat, but I mean, they were all waiting for their stuff to get done, so it wasn't crowded at the laundromat at all. And I don't mind going to the laundromat as long as it's not totally busy. You know, I'd rather get it done in 40 minutes than have it be an all-day field event. So, yeah, that's just me. I like the fact that it gets all done at one time. And this time I did 2 loads, and last time, wow, that was 3 sentences at once, wasn't it? Last time I went, I did 3 loads, and 1 load did not get started, so it was behind. Oh yeah, it was peachy, but this time I got everything started at the right time. So, yeah. We got out of there in no time. At all. I just sat there and played on games on my phone, and next thing I know, it was time to go and dry the clothes and fold the clothes. So it takes about 40 minutes or so for me to do laundry at the laundromat. 20 for each cycle thing. So yeah, I don't mind going to the laundromat at all. And this is a nice, clean, fairly new laundromat. I have been to worse, but yeah, very nice. Last night, like I said, I worked a little bit on, should have pulled that out, thinking to myself, I worked on castle walls because it was going so well, and I was using my highlighter, so that was going even better. I'm really liking that, but do you know how many times I almost marked my fabric? Oh my gosh, yeah. it was something else. So, yeah, I was just a little tired yesterday. 3 hours of sleep, and I took a 2.5-hour nap, which didn't seem to help anything. It was awesome. So I went to bed about 11:30, and I finally fell asleep about 1. Yeah, I'm telling you. Pull you in a little bit so you can see what I'm stitching on. So, yeah. Did get the floor scrub last night. I figured I better scrub the kitchen floor, and I can do the rest at another time. But that way, at least if I moved my back in the wrong direction, I was going to go to bed, so I could lay down and stretch out. Yeah, I don't scrub floors really well. I don't know what I was thinking. I mean, it's not like we had a choice when I moved in here, but we just opted on, what do you call it? Oh, I don't know what kind of board that is. And then we painted the board. It was some kind of particle boardish stuff. So, yeah. And it worked really well. My daughter, got it in because, heaven knows, number one, we couldn't find enough, wouldn't have been able to get enough carpeting unless, you got brand new carpeting to put all over. And I'm kind of glad that I didn't because, little Miss over here, yeah, she's getting old, and some days she just doesn't make it. So, fun times, yeah. Fun times. So that's why we put that, I'll call it particle board. I don't know, I'm sure there's a real big name for it, but yeah, down. And we had to put 2 or 3 coats on it, but my daughter was real good about that, and that was before she hurt her back, so we got all that happy crap done. We have to have my friend from Arizona paint the house if we're ever going to paint the house again, because I don't think my daughter's got it into it. Of course, we'll have to borrow a better ladder than we had when we were doing it the first time. Oh, yeah. It was like Mutt and Jeff decide that they're going to paint the house. We had this ladder. It was nice and long and big, but kind of twisted, sort of. And my daughter, she only weighs about 100 pounds with a rock in her back pocket, so she was the ladder girl. And I was the holder, because I got the weight to hold the ladder. Yeah, but she did an awesome job. And it took us about 2 weeks to get that done, in between the kids and the weather, and it was awesome. Yeah, I don't know that I really want to do that again. So we'll see how that works out the next time that I decide to do it. But the flooring, I just, when little Miss decides to go across the Rainbow Bridge, we're going to do something better. God, this thing is so tight. Where is my other? There we go. I thought that was awfully tight. That must have been for my index finger. It's got fuzz all over it. I turned it inside out. There we go. My goodness. So, other than that, yeah. I got no grand plans for this summer. I'd like to get the skirting fixed on the bottom of the trailer. There's a guy, he's working on it, but he works a full-time construction job, so trying to get him here and on his days off and motivated. He's only got one side about done. Yeah, so we just need to do 2 sides of this, because the ends are fine and the, but it's a nightmare. And not have to go get any more, materials. So I think we got enough to do it with. So we'll see. So I don't know if my friend from Arizona wants to tackle that job in the summer or not. It would be nice to finish it, but here we are. And the house stays warm enough, I mean, we got everything covered up that isn't finished, with the big pieces all put up against everything. So, that works and no air comes through and works just fine. But I'd like it to be done. We've been at this for a couple years. So it's on the project list. I'd say that was about the biggest project I'd like to accomplish, but we're not doing it in the slush and the snow and the mud, and yeah, that ain't happening. So we'll see. I'd rather just kind of dry up. We were supposed to get like 3 to 7 inches of snow and all that crap. Well, we got about I'd say anywhere between 1/4 and 1/2 inch of snow. And it was melted off my car before I left here, and I left here, about 10 o'clock this morning, 10 something. So, yeah. I'm glad they're all that was it. And it was melted off everything by the time I was coming home for lunch. So, fun times, I'm telling you. But it still looks kind of crappy up on the mountain, you know. They get way more snow than we do. And I'm happy that little escapade's over. I don't know if it's going to do anything else any other time, but I'm guessing that it's not going to stay, you know, on the ground now. We're into springtime, so to speak. We get these little snow things. It says it's going to rain, but, you know, it snows in between all that, so it never rains. Now, it might rain in the summer, you know, but, or like in May, but not now. So, get rid of this thread here, sorry. I was hoping it was going to be a big enough space, but we kind of whipped right through that part. I do like this pattern because it's so small, and it's just nice to work on. The fabric is nice and lightweight, and I've never bought a 3-part anything, you know, other than a diamond painting. But yeah, oh, and I ordered a diamond painting today. Lovecraft forever. It's all her fault. Yeah. Oh God, where'd it go? Yeah. I got the princesses. It's 130 by 90. Just a nice small one, you know, snack thing. I could finish it on the weekend. Not. So, yeah. I got visions of my daughter and my granddaughter and I working on it, but we'll see how that goes. Oh, I get that whole middle. I went everywhere, all the way around the outside, and missed the whole middle. Well, you're special, Laura, like that. So I don't know what I'll be working on today. Who knows? Who knows? But I do have to get that chicken stew started. But the chicken's already cooked. I just got to kind of saute the onions and let the potatoes cook. And I had all those leftover red potatoes, so I hope they'll be fine in the chicken stew. But I haven't made chicken stew in good gravy. I have no idea when I made it last. But every once in a while I like it better than beef stew. I'm not real fond of beef stew, and never have been. My daughter loved it, but I was only putting carrots and potatoes in that. So, yeah, because she didn't want any of the rest of it in it. I'm like, okay. But I just kind of got past it and over it, because I guess I made it too many times for her that it was like, no, not happening. Oh, goodness. There's through 2 right there. But this stitches up really nice. I like all the variegation in the flowers. It's very nice. So I don't know if I had anything to review this weekend or not. I swear. Stupid post office. I'm telling you, I'll probably get all 10 of them all at one time. Just because they are who they are. Really hate that post office. So we'll see. Your guess is as good as mine. But I didn't want to have to go to the post office and fight that battle. So we'll see what comes in. Should be time for something to show up, you would think. So yeah, I ordered that diamond painting. Yeah, I like it. I really do. And it's a round, so it won't be nearly as hard to do as a silly square. You know, I'm not real fond of those. Not whatsoever. I can do it if I have to, if that's my only choice, but I'd much rather do rounds. They're so much nicer. I like them. But we'll see. And it'll probably take 2 or 3 weeks for it to get here. We'll see. Oh, no I didn't. I thought I lost that needle. It flipped out of my hands. My hands are so dry. I keep putting stuff on them, but I forgot to put lotion on before I started. We're not all together here today. Yeah. But we just keep moving forward. That's all I can do. And we got one right here. So I got several flower pictures that I can work on. I need to clean the front room and reorganize stuff and get it where it needs to be. Moved all them crates, what was it, 2 weeks ago or more? Heck, I don't know, I've lost track. It was sometime in February, I think. And just get things put away. I can't even find my corner over here. Things need to adjust. So maybe I'll work on this a little bit this weekend. I'm not sure. Not a clue. And my finger, oh my gosh, last night I could barely bend it. I had stabbed it so many times, it was just painful to stitch. But I wanted to keep going because it was going so well, you know. And I haven't had too many let's rip that out again episodes. Yeah. But I'll say one thing, it's so much easier just to do letters and numbers. Like on my, what do you call them? Bristol samplers. Yeah. And then there's motifs. It's like, I haven't done motif work in a while, so I've been stuck in Letterland on Harriet Salt, Louisa Cullimore, and Hope and Love. All three of them. It's like I gotta do something else. And even my Bristol Orphanage monkey sampler from Modern Folk Embroidery. Haven't seen him in a while. I wonder what he's up to. Just haven't heard from him. Or seen any videos from him. Now watch, I'll say that and he'll have a video today. I do love his stuff, but damn. Yeah. I don't know. Sometimes it works out well, sometimes not so much. I do like those dragons. I think it was called, And Then There Were Dragons, I think. Something like that. Yeah, I like that. But I didn't get that pattern. Still gotta order some more, what do you call it? Printer ink. But, yeah, I think I'll give that a wide berth for a minute. Push come to shove, I can use the printer at work, or I can go to the library. It's just as easy one way or another. But I only need to, what do you call it, print that spring. Well, that's attractive. What the heck are you doing, Laura? Are you talking and stitching again? Went down the wrong hole. Okay, let's try that again. Alright, you go right there. You go right there. Holy cow. Some days I don't know how I can walk and chew gum. Oh, I don't do that. I have dentures, so I don't chew much gum. Thank you. I haven't found any... I haven't seen that gum that you're supposed to be able to chew with dental work in a long time. They used to have it all the time. And I can't have sugar-free gum because sometimes it's got a different consistency than regular gum. But it all just kind of melds to my dentures, and yeah, it's not good. More information than you needed to know, so sorry. Oh my God. Yeah, so it is what it is. I can remember my mother would only give me half a stick of Dentyne double mint gum in church because evidently I smacked my gum too much. She didn't want to hear it. Not in church. Oh my. The stuff you live through. But never got much gum. Heaven forbid it was bazooka bubble gum, because then we could just snap and pop that stuff all day long. Oh, jeez. Yeah, I've probably been the same way with my kids. Because they were always blowing by. I'd turn my head and my son would have a bubble about 5 inches big and then try to get it all back in his mouth. Oh, yeah, it was exciting. I'm like, I just wanted to walk up and just go smack and have it all over his face. But I didn't. I was a good mother. Jeez. Louise. Just keep your gum in your mouth. Oh, God. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. I'm glad my kids have their own problems now. I really am. You just have no idea. Thrilled. Sick. I'm going to turn this puppy because I can't tell what those... Oh, there's 3 right there. Well, there's only 2 strands of this color, so I may be getting to the end of where this color actually goes. And each one of these has their own color palette, let's call it. So that's helpful. Guess I should have started over there. But it's a little far to travel. Try not to travel. My thread, I'm kind of programmed that way for counted, but that castle walls, it's going to have a dark blue backing put on it, you know, underneath, or else it's going to show where I had to travel. I didn't have a choice. I did really well on the Bristols because it was just a letter at a time, and if the other one wasn't really close, then I didn't go any further, you know. I'd start my thread over. And I was really, you know, conscious of trying to hide my threads. There's nowhere to hide my threads. I'm doing well just to get the pattern the way it needs to be. So, yeah, it's kind of a challenge, but it's okay. We got this. But some of those ink circle patterns, my goodness, like the circles of hearts or the triangles or whatever they had, or circuits of circles, or oh my lord, and it's all in one color, what do you call it? Like one symbol. Ugh, it's a piece of work. I tried to do it line by line, but that didn't work. I don't know, I just kept getting lost. So we'll see. This will be kind of a training ground for using a highlighter to highlight the parts I've already done. So that's working out well. So we're just going to keep going with it. But this isn't as intricate as that one was. The stupid, what do you call it? Circles and hearts and everything all like interchanged. You know, like a circle went out and please. It was just a little bit much for me to bear. Alright guys, well, I think we about got it here. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and please hit the bell. That way you'll know when my next video comes out. Stay safe, stay healthy. We'll see you next time. God bless. Bye-bye.